It is time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, a pair of NFC West teams face off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
And his punter, Ethan Evans, gonna send this one away. And we're underway from Seattle. Here's Derink Young to return this. And a decent run back is gonna end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? A former #3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Motioning left is their running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And a fair catch made here at the 17. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford. The first carry now for Kyron Williams.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the 3rd time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Giving them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Man in motion out of the slot. They'll run here following the penalty. They're working a couple yards past the line. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. They pick the handoff now, Stafford. And finds Adams downfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, Drew, I love that.
1st and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. From the red zone now. That one's complete, right side. Touchdown, LA. The Rams have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They strike for 23 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Darnold now to throw. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10, Darnold. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He gets it again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks making a 1-point game. Kenneth Walker, their touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Blake Corum now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now for Stafford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Brought down before the return gets far. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. First play's a design run. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Darnold looking to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's Darnold to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Rams take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And we'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Williams. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass and similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down now, ball at the 33. Another run for Williams. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. Ooh, Mike McDonald not liking what he saw. The challenge flags hit the field.
Previous play is under review.
Now we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Play fake, Darnold. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold hits him on the out route. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. And again, it's Darnold. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he's down very close to that 1st, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends would get you.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's on target to Williams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Stafford now off the play fake. This is a heater going deep. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Give to Williams from the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Finds a man right side. And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Motion man right is Smith. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Stafford throwing again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So it'll be 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To the air on 3rd and long. On a quick slant, it finds Adams. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a design run. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
scrimmage.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Mevis able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. First and 10, Darnold. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. From the gun, Darnold. It's caught, Barner. And now a small gain up to about the 32. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shaheed motioning right. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Now Seattle going to call a 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Throwing on first, here's Darnold. Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the 2nd half.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Man in motion, headed right. He's back to throw. Short pass brought in. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Corum now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Nakua here, he's got it. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. They'll throw 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down throw here for Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Walker on 1st down. We're still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They kick the running back in motion. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grab the lead on their first series of the half. Charbonnet with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Williams on the carry. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A gain of 13
Well, more
yards.
often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That's complete. Nakua on the left side. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Stafford to throw again on second. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's another Rams first down. It's a gain of 20. And a Rams first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Elrond, this is Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense is set. First and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. They send Nakua in motion left. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this third down. Here's Stafford. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Now Stafford to throw. Screen here for Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams make it 17-all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Shaheed now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Seahawks are ready for another drive on offense as Jackson Smith-Njigba heads out. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Now Darnold off the play action. Throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Making the call himself. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a tie ball game through 3, and we're going to see which side separates in the 4th. Just a yard left to go on second down. Running with Walker again. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Walker on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here's Darnold to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Darnold with a quick bounce out line. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Brings up third down and 9.
The Rams into the dime. Third down coming. Third and long for him here. Connection made to Shaheed. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. First down and goal to go.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and goal. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Second and goal from the 9 here. Here's another for it. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 27-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
2nd and 3 now. Stafford from the gun. Short pass brought in. Good pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 5 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
We've set it down from 37. Short side option here. He's running left. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Stafford back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We've set it down from 37. Stafford now on 1st down. And finds Adams downfield. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know what's interesting, Kate? Even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's going to go out of bounds on a rough 1st down effort there. They're going to lose at least a few.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw here, Stafford. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Back to throw it. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
24, Seahawks 20.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Young on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First call here coming from the shotgun. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
From the gun, Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down, but still a very good game. They picked up 12, third and short.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks losing by 4. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So it's going to be fourth and short.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on fourth down. Desperation time here. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
48-yard line.
They'll send him over right. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. So now they have third and short.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Running back sent in motion. Now to throw. Oh, a defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on fourth down. Trying for it, it's Walker. That'll be the first and more. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Back to throw. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second and long, need to give themselves a shot for third. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours. That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Seattle.